Like okay. You're my friend, girl. Girl, you got this, right?
It's the end of the weekend, but I still wanna turn up. Yeah, I still wanna turn up. All I want is to go.
Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Michaela, but you can call me MJ. Here I am. Welcome, 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 welcome. I am new to YouTube. This is my first vlog. In today's video, as you see in the title below, I'll be answering questions regarding how to become a funeral director. Why am I in the industry? What do you do to become a funeral director? What's my daily schedule? Keep watching and I'm gonna give you the tea today, boo. The next question is, what is my work schedule like? In the death industry, death happens anytime, any day, doesn't discriminate if it's a holiday, whether it's your birthday. You have to be prepared to work not a 9 to 5. There's some firms that will allow you to just work a 9 to 5, but most of them won't. You do have to, if someone passes in the middle of the night, you be prepared to do that removal. There are some firms that will have a removal service that does their after hours removals, but some funeral homes will have their employees do it, especially if you're an apprentice, if you're in school learning to be just trying to gain that experience. So to answer that question, your schedule is all over the place, so don't be prepared to be in this industry and be working at 9 to 5. Okay. So the next question is attire. You have to dress like you're going to church. Especially if you're on a funeral, make sure your tattoos, like I have a tattoo right here. And especially in the summertime, I can't stand wearing long sleeves because it'd be so hot. But to be respectful and professional, cover your tattoos, cover your cleavage area. Make sure your girls ain't coming out, okay? And make sure you wear an appropriate dress, that your thing ain't back there ain't showing, okay? Now, in the wintertime, there are things that you can just cover your backside up. You could wear a blazer, you could wear a little poncho to cover it up, but you want to look professional as much as you could, okay? Now, when you're in the office, you cannot just dress in some sweatpants or whatever, because you're going to be meeting with families. You have to go out on removal, so you always have to dress professional, no matter what, okay? Okay, moving on. Job responsibilities. Job responsibility, I will say, you will not have one selected thing. Like, you won't be just doing office work all day. You can jump from doing office work, jumping to do a removal, jumping from going on a funeral, jumping from embalming, jumping from dressing in casket. There's so many things that you will be doing just in one day. So there's no specific job responsibility that you will be having, okay? My next question is, what is the hardest part of working at a funeral home? I don't know anything specifically I can say that is hard, but it's very hard to maintain yourself. Meaning, like, you have to keep up mentally yourself. Like, you have to do a lot of self-care and make sure you take care of yourself, because there's so much going around you. You're working a lot. There's families that are really rude to you and could bring you down. So you have to make sure that you keep your mind space, your energy into a positive way. Families are grieving, so they'll take their anger out on you. So you have to keep it professional and not be rude back. I mean, there's a lot of times we have to take abuse and we don't want to take it. And every day you have to walk into work. Anything that's going on in your life, you have to put that aside, leave that outside, and come into work focusing on the families that you are serving. My next is, has your religion changed since working at the funeral home? I'll be honest with you all. families grieving, they will try you, okay? So you might forget your religion once or twice, 3 times. You might forget, but you honestly have to hold on to being faithful to God and talking to him. You might have to just go in a corner, girl, and just pray that you don't want to slap somebody, because you will have your days. Every day is not peaches and cream. That's just what life is. But on a serious note, yes, you really do have to keep your faith and just be positive and all that. My religion hasn't changed. Honestly, my religion, I feel like I've got closer to God because I need God to have my back, you know? This is a good one. How do you separate your emotions from the family? So there are times where you can get emotional. It's just with life, about death. It could be a young child, it could be a baby, it could be a sudden death, it could be anything. So how do you separate it? You have to know to like just keep it professional. You have to be able to support your family. You can't be crying and the family's looking at you like, why are you crying? So you have to keep it professional. Like, just take a moment, take a breath, breathe it in. And to be honest with you, you get used to it through your experience. Every year, you're just going to get used to seeing what you are experiencing. So you'll learn to put your emotions aside when it comes to serving your families. Another question on here is, do you have to become a funeral director and embalmer, or can you just be a funeral director? I will speak for the state of Massachusetts. You do have to become a licensed funeral director and embalmer. In a couple states, I'm not sure. You can research it. I believe South Carolina, you can be either a funeral director or you can be an embalmer. But I think it's my opinion. I believe it is great to know both of them, like to be in the embalming room, to be a funeral director. I think both of them go hand in hand, and I think it's great for folks to have both license. And
but as long as the clients are...
Mortuary Science School. That's a main question a lot of people ask about, like, what is the mortuary school like? So Mortuary Science School is obviously you're studying to become a licensed funeral director in the state, wherever you live at. So in school, it's a crash course of a bunch of science, a bunch of art. So for sciences, it's like a crash course of what nurses learn. So you have to keep up with the speed, but because you have a short amount of time to study it and to test, you have to take the time while you're in mortuary school to actually study. You definitely have to be disciplined. You have to be focused and make sure you do your work, because time goes by super fast. Like, you'll start college and then you'll be like, oh my God, you're 6 months down the line, you're like, oh my God, I'm almost done. But you have to be focused and disciplined. I know since COVID, a lot of colleges have gone virtual, so you can choose what mortuary college you would like to select and do it online. Being online can be... being online, doing classes, again, you have to be disciplined, but it's all worth it at the end, because it's not like you're in school for 5, 6, 7 years. Take that time. If you're passionate of becoming a funeral director, take that time to actually study, get into the work. If you need to hook up with some peers to do some study groups, do that. But you have to be disciplined and take that time to study, because it's all worth it at the end. And then all my questions for today's video. Now, if you like this video, make sure you like, subscribe. If you have any further questions, put it in the comment below. Maybe I can do a part 2 of being more in depth, giving you more, answering more questions of whatever you put in the comment. Hope to see you all soon. Bye. Soon.